Hey y'all, welcome back to Done with Debt. My name is Shayla and I'm documenting my family's journey to debt freedom. Check out some of my videos on my channel. Subscribe, leave me a comment, and if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for coming back.
So how's your August going?
My August has not been the best. It hasn't been the worst, but it definitely has taken some hits this month. I'm going to insert my video before where I talked about where I am in my debt journey now, and I had a fantastic July. My family and I, we had built up our emergency fund. We had paid off 2 of our smallest debts, and we were rocking and rolling and getting ready to go. And then a couple of things hit us, but we did have some wins as well. So I'm going to talk about those wins first, and then I'll get into the fails and the hardships, if you will, which happen in life. In life, you're going to have hardships no matter what. So I'm going to talk about those. I'm going to talk about my plan on how to get back on track. And if you are in the same situation as well, what you can do to get back on track. So my first major win this month was that we found a discount grocery store by the name of Jovi Smart Shop. I'm going to leave an I right here so you can check out our Jovi haul where we got 2 weeks of groceries for less than $200. So definitely check that out. And they are a discount grocery store, a warehouse grocery store specifically for HEB products. So I'm excited to see what other items we're going to pick up, what other items they're going to have there. Because for me, the grocery store is the biggest budget buster. I always go over budget on the groceries. So finding this store is going to be a real lifesaver to our budget, and I'm just really, really excited about that. So that was our first major win. Our second win is that we planned a little family vacation. It was just a day trip. My daughter started school on a Tuesday, and I requested that Monday off from work. So we decided to check out one of the local watering holes in Texas, and we actually found a great watering hole by the name of Krause Springs. And my family and I went. We had a great time. We were putting away a little bit of money each month, and we actually budgeted $100 for this trip. And I was a little hesitant. I was like, okay, are we gonna be able to do this trip for $100? But the best part about the spring was that you were allowed to bring in food. So we packed up a lunch, we packed up a picnic, brought food out there, swam all day, had a great time, and even just the drive up there was gorgeous. So it was a great trip for us, you know, right before school started, and we did stay under budget. Yay! So that was a great win for us. And my third win for this month was that I wanted to start brown bagging my lunches. I don't go out for lunch in the traditional sense. I don't run through the drive-through, but I work at a facility that has a kitchen, and you have the option to get a lunch made for you, but they charge you about $4.50 and they take it out of your check. So it's really tempting because you don't actually transfer money, so it feels like you're getting it for free, but you're really not. When you get your paycheck, you look on there and you'll see, you know, $4.50 times 5 days a week, that's $22.50 a week. So over a month, you know, that's almost what, $80, $85 a month. So it can add up really, really quickly. So I'm very proud of myself. I have been able to brown bag. I did a meal prepping video as well. Definitely check that one out. And so it showed about the taco soup that I made for lunch. I've also made some sandwiches and stuff. So I have been brown bagging it this morning. So that was my third frugal win for this month. So August has had some really good wins, but with the wins come the fails. So our first fail this month was that my son decided to give my phone a bath. That's right. We were sitting down in our living room, and my daughter had left out her water cup, and my mom's spidey sense was tingling, and I said, I need to get up and pick up that water cup, but I left it there. I didn't call her to come get it. I think she was taking a bath at the time. And so the next thing I know, he picked up my phone and went right into the water cup, and I was like, oh, no! And so I grabbed the phone, I'd be pushing the button, you know, trying to revive it, giving it, you know, phone CPR. But unfortunately, my screen looked like a really bad VHS movie, and we put in a bag of rice, but it didn't do anything. So we had to go to Verizon and, you know, see about getting another phone. I did have the insurance on my phone, but it was going to take him about 3 or 4 days to get to me. And my husband was very adamant that he didn't want me out of the house without a phone. And so we went ahead and did the upgrade. So that cost me about $200 to go ahead and upgrade and get the phone so that I have a phone on me, so he's able to get in contact with me. So that was our first fail, was $200 out of our emergency fund. And then came Harvey. So Hurricane Harvey has really impacted Texas. Myself and my family, thankfully, we have not sustained any kind of property damage, either our cars or our apartment. We did not get any water in our apartment. Thankfully, we were trapped in our apartment for a few days because the roadways were washed out. But other than that, we have not suffered any kind of losses. I did miss 2 days of work. Thankfully, my job is letting me make up those hours by working longer shifts. So I'm very, very thankful for that. But what hit our emergency fund was that after the rain had passed, we had gone through all of our supplies, and we had been trapped in our house for about 4 days. So we'd gone through our water, a lot of our food, toilet paper, paper towels, and more importantly, diapers. We went through a lot of diapers. I don't know if my son was going through something or if he was a little bit stressed out too, but we went through a lot of diapers. So after 4 days of being trapped in the house, we had to go venture out into the grocery store, and we needed to get some supplies, and also my neighbors needed some things, so I reached out to them and I was able to grab them some supplies and everything. So that was a hit from the emergency fund. And then we also needed gas, so we spent about $300 out of our emergency fund for supplies and everything that we needed to make sure that we were taken care of during Hurricane Harvey. There's helicopters above y'all. A lot of helicopters in the area, not the Houston that I'm used to. So during the month of August, my emergency fund has gone down about $500, so we are at the halfway point of the emergency fund. And I know it's hard when your emergency fund takes a hit, especially when your emergency fund goes from $1,000 to $500. That's a big, big hit. But I have to stress this. Even though our emergency fund took a big hit, I am so grateful. Me and my family are so grateful that we had it. When my son put the phone in the water, when Hurricane Harvey was coming at us, we were not stressing out about where we're going to get the money from. How are we going to do this? We knew that it was there, and it was there for this exact reason, and that took away so much stress. So yes, if you are on the Dave Ramsey plan and you have finished your baby step 1 and you are on to baby step 2 and you're attacking your debt and you're snowballing, and then all of a sudden you have an emergency come up, you do have to go back and start over again. And it feels like you're taking 2 steps forward and then 1 step back, but you're doing it to ensure that your family is taken care of, because emergencies will happen. They always will happen, no matter what. What do we do now? I do have a plan to get that emergency fund back up to where it was. My job is letting me take some extra shifts so that I don't lose any income from the 2 days that I missed. And also they are going to let me work this upcoming holiday, this labor holiday, which I will get paid holiday pay for that. So that's what you have to do. When your emergency fund hits, when you're paying off debt, what do? You hustle. You hustle. That's what you do all the time. And then my second part of my plan to get the emergency fund back up to where it was is I'm planning on selling my car. I drive a 2006 Nissan Murano, and it's, a mid-size SUV. And my husband and I have been talking about selling her. She is a cash car, and we were thinking about getting like a mid-size sedan, something a little bit smaller. So that way we would have a little bit of profit, and probably that money would go towards, he needs some repairs on his truck. And then we'll also use some of that money to go towards building the emergency fund. So that's how my August has gone, y'all. We've had more wins than fails, which is fantastic. Yes, we've got a lot of work ahead of us, but I know that we can do it. I hope that you will subscribe, leave me a comment just to say hey, and I hope that wherever you are in the world, you are safe. God bless you all. Bye, y'all. I look a bit like Jon Snow. I don't look as good brooding.